Welcome to this short video on our latest analytics workbook brought to you by the team at Maiden. Our analytics service helps iaptus users to unlock the information in your datasets and reveal valuable insights. In this video, we will walk you through how to use the Groups workbook. Updated nightly using your iaptus data, this workbook provides a quick and simple way to monitor your activity in group sessions, including for anonymous group activity captured through clinical events in the diary feature. If you would like to know more about anything discussed in this video, please contact your account manager via a support log, who will be happy to help you. To access workbooks in iaptus, navigate to Reports and Analysis and then to the Dashboards tab. You will see a list of all the workbooks available to your service. If you do not see the Dashboard tab, please talk to your super user and ask them to make dashboards available to you. As with all workbooks, Groups opens with a welcome cover page to navigate through the different dashboards. In this case, we have a status page and 6 activity dashboards to explore, which we will go through in more detail. Above the title, there may on occasion be some orange text, which we use to highlight information to you. For instance, this is a beta workbook, or this workbook is missing certain data which we want to make you aware of, or highlighting that this is a workbook that's going to be removed at some point. The status page provides a list of all the dashboards in the workbook and whether there are any issues with it. Rather than issues affecting the whole workbook, which will be highlighted on the cover, the status page holds information that affects a particular dashboard within the workbook. The first dashboard is looking at a timeline of group and group session activity in the period you select. Use the boxes at the top of the dashboard to create a sentence that most accurately describes the analysis you require. For example, show me the number of group sessions from the source group session with a group session date between the 1st of January 23 and the 21st of April 23, broken down by name. Each of the bars will now be split by the name of the group. Please be aware that anonymous group sessions entered as a clinical event in the diary function, for example, mental health promotion in a school assembly or a drop-in session at a library, where you don't collect details of the participants, do not have a group. You will therefore not be able to see any of this activity if you are looking at the data by the number of groups or the group start date. Splitting the data by a group dimension, for example, completed, name, planned primary intervention or template, will not be relevant. The filters box opens up additional filter options. If you need to make changes to a number of filters, we would recommend that you pause refreshes using the button at the bottom, then applying your filters and then resuming the refreshing by clicking the button again. If you would like to see what filters have been applied, you can click the I button, which will provide you with a summary. The left chart shows the total number of group sessions held between the dates selected. The top right chart shows the data split by month in numbers, while the bottom right shows the split by session type as a percentage of the total for the month. At the top, we see there are some blue buttons. Here we have an information button, a demo button, and a help guide button. The information button will identify any filters which have been applied behind the scenes that you don't have access to, or any special calculations. You'll be able to access this video from the demo button. And the help guide provides some prompts to remember some of the key points on the dashboard. If you would like to download the charts or the figures behind the charts, use the download button on the bottom right of your screen. This next dashboard is very similar to the previous, but rather than having a breakdown by month, you have the option of choosing 2 dimensions to split the data. For example, by name and service team. The demand and capacity dashboard is looking at the demand for a group session and the capacity of the session. If we would like to see how well attended the long-term condition workshops have been, we would need to filter the data to only show the sessions with that particular group name. We can see that overall, from the 1st of January to the 21st of April, we have had a maximum capacity of 122 for the workshops, with 71 booked in and expected to attend those sessions, but 56 have actually attended. The bottom half of the dashboard shows the average for each session. So the overall for the period, we have an average capacity of 11.1, with 6.5 planned to attend the sessions and 5.1 actually attending. In this dashboard, we can see details about sessions booked and attended by dimensions selected. So in this case, we're looking at group name. From the far left chart, we can see that overall, sessions are booked to 54% of their capacity. We also have a target line. These targets can be adjusted in the filter box. If we open that up, the default is for sessions to be booked to 75% full, and of those, the target is for 75% to attend. You can adjust the targets to be more appropriate for your service should you wish. So we have 54% of spaces booked, but underneath we can see that this varies depending upon the workshop. Chronic pain and fatigue group has planned participants of 31% of capacity, but worry workshop is 79% full to capacity. The middle chart shows that of those who are booked into a session, what proportion actually attended the session. We can see that overall there is a 64% attendance rate, but this varies between 79% for long-term conditions workshop to 24% for the depression workshop. In order to gauge the amount of activity we're talking about, the right-hand chart shows the number of attended participants. So 158 attended sessions overall, but the 24% attending the depression workshop is 9 participants, and the 79% attending a long-term conditions session equates to 56 participants. If you would like to look at the number of participants in anonymous group sessions, select Clinical Event as the source. And the session date range that you're interested in, followed by your breakdown if required. So I've chosen session type here. We can see that MHST Assembly has 1,018 participants. We do not have information on the capacity of those workshops, and we do not collect information on those that are expected to attend. Therefore, we don't have an attendance rate. The next dashboard lists all the sessions and the patients that are booked into those sessions, represented by a square on the chart. You can choose to colour the squares by any of the dimensions in the first drop-down, let's say attendance. And then in the second dimension, we'll select the name of the group, for example, and the start date. So we can see here how many patients are booked into each of the groups and what the attendance was for each session within the group. The final dashboard provides information on groups rather than group sessions. You can look at how many different referrals or patients were booked into groups which started between 2 dates, and you can split the data by 2 different dimensions. Don't forget, should you wish to refer back to any of these tips, you can find a summary of the information in the help guide built into each dashboard. We're always looking for new ways to support your work, reduce the burden of administration, and deliver the best care to patients. If there are any new features you'd like to see added to this or any other workbook, please contact us via support logs or iaptus Innovations, and we'd be more than happy to talk through the details with you. Thank you.